Good morning, guys.
Morning.
It's day 18. Losing track. Day 18. It is Saturday, April. Oh my God, what day is it?
29.
April.
It's not the 20. Wait, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the 29th.
April 29th.
Wow.
And we're getting ready to head over to the Whitewater river area. So we're going to do a little bit of a climb and then descending down. Today's going to be really hot, just like yesterday. So we're trying to get in as many miles early on as we can. And then we'll take some sort of rest during the day and then continue on later this afternoon. So we'll keep you posted as we get up the trail.
My camera's like stuck in here. That's a pretty video. The purple flowers are beautiful too.
All right, we're descending down this hill towards the Whitewater Preserve area down there. Actually, we're not going into the preserve, but just into the Whitewater River Basin, and then we'll continue on towards the left there. We are down here at the Whitewater Basin area, so we're gonna decide, it's getting pretty hot, if we're gonna go into the preserve area, take our afternoon break, and move on from there, or if we're gonna continue on PCT that area, but it's pretty exposed that way, so yeah, I still see people hiking up there. There's really like not a ton of shade that direction, but you do have the cold water to cool off in if you really need it. So it is about, it's a little after 9 o'clock, and we're just gonna stop here and cool off at this Whitewater River where there's a little bit of shade. It's pretty toasty. We're gonna figure out like if we're gonna actually go all the way into the preserve park area, or if we're just gonna cool off enough here to, you know, make it to the next stretch where there's water, and then so on and so forth. But once we cross over this river in a couple more miles, we're gonna be up on an exposed ridge in the heat of the day, so kind of forced to wait again. So it's kind of annoying because you can't make the miles you want to, but you also can't do stupid things and, you know, get heat stroke, so you have to play it smart. But right now I'm going to put the phone away and go cool off in the water. I'm looking forward to that. It's pretty late afternoon. It's almost 5 o'clock, and we're all getting packed up. We actually hiked up another 1.7 miles from where we were taking our break earlier, just to knock out a little bit more. We had wet our clothes and got nice and cooled off before we took off for that 1.7. By the time we got here, we were already like sweating like crazy and really hot. So we've just been sitting here ever since pretty much 12 o'clock, and it's now almost 5. And it's just now getting to where you can stand to like be out in the sun. So everyone's getting packed up. Other hikers have been moving up the trail too. We have to deal with this Whitewater river behind us. It doesn't look too intimidating there, but in person, that's what I was wondering, like what it looks like in person. But it's definitely very swift in the middle portion. It gets really deep and very fast. So getting everything put in my Niaflume bag to make sure that everything stays dry in case I take a dunk. And yeah, we're gonna be heading up the trail, and I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit when we get going. There's Skywalker. Say hi, Skywalker.
Hi, Skywalker.
Jet. Oh, Jet's taking pictures. Doing some night hiking before it actually gets dark. I'll tell you guys about the Whitewater crossing later on. That was a little bit crazy. We didn't fall, so it's a success. But yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous up here. All right. Good morning. It's day 19. I will talk to you guys when I'm up the trail and out of camp. But here's my view from my campsite. morning, guys. It's day 19. It is Sunday. Hopefully this is the last heat wave day, but we're gonna be in and around water pretty much all day trying to get through everything. Should be interesting, and curious to see what this water crossing looks like coming up here from camp. So I'm a little bit ahead of the two people I've been hiking with, so I might wait up here for them depending on what it looks like. But I'm just trying to get the legs moving first thing in the morning, and need to get used to having wet feet today because that's probably gonna be pretty much a consistent thing most of the day. So I'm gonna put the camera away and try to film as much as I can today. I know this area is kind of challenging because you're not only going in and out of creeks and trail finding, but you're climbing up in elevation to Big Bear also. So I know it's really tiring and taxing. So I'll try to video as much as I can just to highlight what's happening. But we need to make some miles. We do have a reservation in Big Bear, and the heat has greatly put us behind schedule, having to take those long breaks. So just do what we can do and do it safely. A little after 7, and I've already gone through 7, 8 water crossings. They're not all in far out. There's a lot of tributaries this year. A couple of those are pretty swift. Nothing as bad as the coming out of the Whitewater Preserve at 220 though. That was so sketchy yesterday, guys. I wasn't sure. I was about 3/4 of the way across that, and I could feel my feet slipping, and the water was up to my Patagonia, my fanny pack. So well above the area that can cause you to lose your footing and be swept away. And the current was extremely strong. So I'm fortunate I have very strong legs and just the mental thing of just focus on one little step at a time. And the problem is, I got 3/4 of the way across it, and I could not find a place to put my right foot to go over to the shore. And everywhere I sat it down, it was like either a slimy big boulder, or it was deeper, even deeper than up to my waist. So I was freaking out, and that's where the current got the strongest. So I was like, I don't know, I might have to try to go back, and it was freaking me out. But I finally found a spot where I was like, just do it. Dig your heels in and go, and did it. But I'm telling you, that was so sketchy. That just makes me realize that the water crossings in the Sierra, to do those too early on for me would just be, it doesn't even make sense, because that was difficult for me. And also, only being 5 foot tall, I don't have the height or the leg span to reach out to different distances. So I don't like using that as an excuse, but it does hinder me in some ways. So I'm glad I'm gonna plan on waiting to do the Sierra until later in the season when it's safer. I made a bit of a miscalculation when we were at the I-10 Cabazon underpass. I made reservations in Big Bear for an Airbnb that I'm gonna split with Jet and Skywalker, and we decided that Monday night, Tuesday night, so we could have a full 0 day on Tuesday, would be the dates to choose. What I failed to consider, which was really rookie thing to do and silly, was the heat and how many hours we had to take off during the day, and we're not making the miles we want to. I mean, I'm only at 227, 228 right now, and we hope to be into Big Bear tomorrow night. And Big Bear's at mile 266, so there's no way we're gonna be able to make all those miles. And Jet's having a little bit of an issue with her ankle that she twisted coming down from Mount San Jacinto area. So I think what we're gonna do is, because I've already reserved it, and it's gonna cost some money that I can't get back if I don't get there. So I think we're just gonna try to get off at around 250. There's a dirt road that goes down to the highway. I'm kind of bummed that I have to come back to 250 to get restarted again after Big Bear, but it is what it is, and these things happen, and the important thing is I'll just keep hiking after that. But yeah, it's just kind of a bummer. It's going to make it a longer stretch from Big Bear to Cajon Pass and then up to Whitewood. And we also don't know like how much snow we're gonna encounter once we get up in elevation, possibly today, definitely by tomorrow. So, you know, we may have to take it pretty slow. So from here to there, we've got 23 miles. Well, for them, if they're back there, about 23 miles total, which we could easily do in 2 days. So that's that story. That's what's going on. But in the future, I need to be more mindful of all the aspects of the things that could get in the way of hiking the distance that I want. We're hiking up through that valley there. You can hear the water in the background. It's pretty much just that raging creek coming all the way down Mission Creek that will be going back and forth, but we're climbing up in elevation as we go. So it's gonna be a good workout today. I just wanted to show you the types of crossings I have today. So you get a lot of these little things, but then it seems to be like pretty much every crossing has this like, it's kind of deep there in the middle. It goes up to about the knees, depending on where you step, obviously. But it's swift, but because it's so pretty much shallow, you can like just take a big step and get out of it pretty quick. Oh, and I did make sure everything is in a NIOFlume bag today, so that if I were to fall, that my sleeping bag and electronics and all my wearable gear is in the dry sack. Well, not making fast miles today. Just having to do a lot of this climbing over stuff like this through this valley as I go up. Kind of a mess. But actually the trail looks better than it has since 2019, as far as it looks like the trail is kind of well trodden by now, but you still like having to go in and out of a lot of this debris. And so yeah, the miles are like, I wouldn't say 1 mile an hour, probably like 1.5 miles an hour. My typical pace is like 2.25 on a normal trail, so not gonna get there as fast as I want to today.
Into the wild we go.
See you guys. Woohoo! Woo!
We got a climb coming up.
Big climb.
But Tracy's leading it.
We got this. I hope. I think so. It is the end of day 19, Sunday, and we made it about 11 miles today. They were hard miles, so it was a lot of climbing, and yeah, we have like a little bit more to go tomorrow before it's not going to be such a steep climb. So we're going to get up really early so we can knock out the rest of this big climb towards Big Bear, and yeah, I'll fill you guys in tomorrow as to what our plans are. It was a great day today. It was tiring because it was a lot of uphill and going through Mission Creek area. So I was gonna say, you guys can talk. Yeah. So there's a Skywalker, Luke Skywalker. What? I always want to call you Luke Skywalker. Yeah. Skywalker and Jet. So those guys are having some dinner, and I will show you the campsite. So there's Jet's tent, there's my tent, and then there is Skywalker's tent over there, and there's one other guy that's camped right over there. And so yes, it turned out to be a really nice spot to set up. Like I said, it's going to give us a little bit more of a climb tomorrow. We wanted to get up to Mission Camp, but we just decided that it would try to split up, and there's going to be so many people heading there to camp too, but we just thought we'd split up that climb and just knock out the rest of it early tomorrow. So we're going to get up really wicked early. So that's the plan. Get into bed, get a good night's sleep, and then get up early and knock the rest of it out tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It's day 20. Woohoo! So today we are going to head into Big Bear. I was hearing about mile 47, somewhere around there. It looked like we have some snow, so be prepared for that. But at least with the weather cooling down, hopefully it won't be a slush fest.
Yeah, absolutely. See y'all up the trail.
So we're gonna punch out the miles today. We have 15 miles to get to Onyx Summit, where we're gonna get off, and I'll fill you guys in along the way and let you know what's happening. It is about 8:30 in the morning, and we've gone several miles through really tough area, burn area. It was a lot of really steep climbing, and we're now up here at the Mission Trail Camp area. Look at those beautiful trees behind me, gorgeous. So we're just collecting a little bit more water here and taking a nice break in the sun. And I'm eating eating my couscous. It's like an egg scramble thing. I put my green powder in it so it makes it look gross, but it actually tastes really good. Some cheese in there, and then nutritional yeast and some olive oil. So just trying to get some good substance in me before we head on, because we need the energy today. We got to knock out 12 more miles, and we're trying to do that by about 2-3 o'clock at the latest, so that we can get to the road and get to the Airbnb in time to enjoy it. Like I said before, you know, I was off by a day on reserving the Airbnb. I should have taken into account the heat and how that was going to stop us up. But I think we could have done the mileage had it not been for that heat stopping us early on. But it's all right, lesson learned. But it was a little bit of like having to stay on a schedule to get there, and I've already paid for it. I can't cancel it, so I don't want to lose the money on that. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind going to take a break, so I'll take a 0 tomorrow, even though it's only been 4 days, and then just get back on the trail the following day. We are going to have some weather systems coming in, possibly some snow, and it's going to get really cold, so I'll have to keep an eye on what's going on with that. And then I'll have to come back to where we get off the trail today, so I won't get to continue on right from Big Bear. I'll have to backtrack about 16 miles. So that's it. That's the update for now. All right, guys. Well, it looks like the PCT has kind of veered off the actual trail, and we are kind of scaling the side of this. It's a really sketchy slope on the snow. It's a little bit scary. We're stopping to put our micro spikes on right now, but the ground's really unstable and loose, and it doesn't look as steep here, but it's pretty darn steep. That goes straight down. Yeah, you wouldn't be stopping yourself. So this is mile, what is this, about mile 243, 244, something like that. Yeah, it's not fun. So we're gonna put the phone away, focus and concentrate. It'll be great fun afterwards. We can talk about it at the Airbnb while we're eating pizza tonight. Yeah. Who decided this was a fun adventure? Okay, guys, we're at mile, it's about 245. It took us a long time to get through those sketchy, snowy sections back there. Yeah, we really, looking in far out and comments, we haven't really seen anything that indicated how kind of sketchy that area actually was. So it wasn't just like walking over snow with micro spikes, as we kind of thought it would be. It was people diverting the trail down the steep ledges on the loose soil that was not stable. So it was loose soil, loose rocks. Kind of reminded me of Mount San Jacinto all over again last year. But we were having to divert around that. We had micro spikes on for much of that, because we were going up snow, down the slopes, back up the snow, down the slopes. And it's just taking a long time to get to our destination today. So we're all kind of like mentally, physically exhausted right now. Our feet hurt from all the twists and turns today. But, you know, this is the reality of the trail. And this year, there might be a lot more of that ahead. So things to consider for particular areas before we get there, like how enjoyable that was. Honestly, I had no problem with walking on the snow. I felt more safe walking on the snow than when it went down the slope around the snow, which the hikers started doing. So instead of walking through the snow and making boot tracks, they just decided to go down the hillside and try to walk around it, making a new trail. Well, I just wish people would have tried to stick with the actual trail and made a boot pack much easier to walk on than going off the trail and down those steep slopes. We're following the trail. It looks like there's some sort of bailout trail. It's nothing but going on these steep slopes. It looks like everyone's been bailing out here to this dirt road that's down at the bottom. And Coon Creek Cabin is up ahead, so we're assuming that's where everyone's going.
He was like, oh my gosh, like 400 pounds. I don't know, like really big guy.
It's been a crazy long afternoon. I haven't done a ton of filming because it's been very much nose to the grind and trying to be safe on the snowy hills behind me. But we're almost to the 250 mark, and that's where we're gonna get on Rainbow Creek Road to go to the Interstate 38, interstate, but highway, so we can get picked up and go into Big Bear. So that's the plan. We're on our way to that, and we'll be at the 250 mile marker soon. I am at our Airbnb here in Big Bear, and super cute. Let me kind of show you around here. Jet and Skywalker went to the store to grab a few things for themselves and maybe for breakfast tomorrow. I ordered pizza for tonight, so we're gonna have pizza. We're just all starving and really tired, and I forgot to wear sunscreen today. Not a good idea. But that section beat me up, I'm not gonna lie. Very sore. We only made it to 250 before we got off trail, so we came in at 250, so I have to go back there when I go back out on trail. I'm still trying to decide what I want to do because there is a snowstorm coming in. And this happened to me last year in Big Bear. Same thing, snowstorm, and I didn't have any other bad weather the entire time, so I don't know what it is with Big Bear, but so I'll have to figure out what I want to do. I'm not really too thrilled about going back out there on trail during, it's supposed to be I think highs in the 30s and lows in the low 20s, snow, and then also I have to pay to stay. Accommodations again is super expensive here in Big Bear, so I'll have to figure out where I'm going to stay. I don't want to stay in a hostel. That's just not something I want to do. So I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do. I'll let you know as soon as I figure out what the plans are, but just going to relax. I'll show you guys around real quick. So these little Airbnbs are always so cute. There's the little kitchen, and we've got our common area here. I've got some movies underneath there. I'm sure that the kids will be looking at later. I call them kids because they're only 21, 22 years old. Here's the beds they're sleeping in. And then we have our shared shower room, which I've already used. And then I get the master. And then inside there's another like half bath and the washer and dryer. So we also have a jacuzzi on the back porch, but it smelled like it had so much chlorine in it. I'm probably not gonna go in there myself. So I think my skin will get eaten off. It's already dry enough as it is right now. So anyway, that's it. I mean, it's not fancy, but it's super cute, comfortable, and it's definitely gonna do the job for us for tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow night we'll be checking out the following day. So that's that. Time to relax and lick our wounds from this last section. So I just got dropped off here at Mini Mart in Big Bear City. We just left our Airbnb, and Jet and Luke Skywalker are gonna continue on to LA and then up to Tehachapi. They're with their uncle right now. I have some time to kill before I can check into my next little Airbnb. But yeah, like I said, Skywalker and Jet are going to continue on doing their thing. They've got another plan that they need to follow, and they need to fly back to Florida at some point too, so they're following kind of a different schedule. I'll be staying at the Airbnb to ride out the snowstorm tomorrow. Unfortunately, it was placed tomorrow, not today, to get it out of the way, so I have to wait, but I was not comfortable hiking out in that. It doesn't matter how fast I go, I'm still going to be in the line of the winter weather storm. So just playing it safe and staying in town until the storm passes. I'm settled into this cute little cabin that I'm staying at by myself. So I'm looking forward to it. This is a kind of clean up your own mess before you leave situation. So I never trust the person that was here before me. So I just got done disinfecting everything. And so anyway, it's a really cute, cozy little place. So it should be nice to ride out the snow that we're supposed to be getting tonight and tomorrow. And I'm about ready to go for a walk over to the market so I can get some supplies. Who knows what we're gonna get as far as accumulations go. They're saying 1 inch to 8 inches, so it could be any of that. So just be expecting anything. And then also the winds are supposed to be up to 50 miles an hour. So hopefully all the hikers are kind of hunkering down for this. It's supposed to be really wet snow and very cold temperatures. So that doesn't sound like a fun combination. I'm really antsy sitting in town. I just want to get out and hike. It's so hard to just spend so much time in towns during these hikes, but it seems to happen. And last year I got stuck in Big Bear for the exact same reason. That was 4 days. So this should only be 3 days, hopefully. And then I'll be leaving on Friday morning so I can get back on the trail. So yeah, just wanted to give you an update. I just want to be out hiking. It's hard to sit here, but I'll work on some video editing and have some fun with that. I'm just now at Big Bear starting to edit videos for you guys. And I haven't really been into that aspect of it yet. There just seems like there's always so much to do in towns, but now I have a lot of time. So I'll probably be working on that. And just in case you want to see this little cabin, isn't it so cute? I love it. So the bedroom's upstairs, and then there's a really small room. So there's one small room with a twin bed, and then there's the queen bed in the larger room upstairs. So she has lots of movies here to watch, which I probably will just edit videos. Kitchen, nothing exciting, but I mean, it's just the basics of what you need. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a little backyard. I don't think I'll be spending much time outside because it's it's pretty darn cold out there. So yeah, that's really it. There's not much to this place. It was nice and affordable too, because I just, I've been spending so much money. So this was just perfect for me. I'm loving these cabins. They're so cute. This one over here is beautiful. Sherwood Cottage. Hey guys, I just took a quick walk down to the Circle K. That's just a couple blocks away from the Airbnb that I'm staying at. I needed to go pick up a couple more items for my next resupply that the mini mart didn't have, so I should be okay. I'm back here at the cabin right now. It was pretty quick, but as you can see, it's snowing and it's very beautiful when you're not out hiking in it.